We ready to roll?
Broadcasting live from the internet, it's Tuesday night, and this is the Panels on Pages podcast.
Big boys playing with big toys.
This is quality content.
The boomers are into it.
Hey man, I just show up.
With your hosts, Lee Rodriguez,
I am a visionary. Like, oh, you have a podcast? I'm like, no, that's not me. That's somebody else.
Jason Nyes,
Yeah, sure. I'm not getting any vegetables in my diet. I'm just a thick boy.
Jose Guzman,
Is Jose on the show tonight?
He says he's coming.
It's like Elton John all over again, just minus the death threats.
Kelly Harris,
Reach your hand in your pants there, big boy. That's not me. I don't sound like that anymore.
and our good buddy Mahoney.
Hey, Mahoney's here. What's up, Mahoney?
We can do just glorious, wonderful things on our phones, people.
No one's ever done anything like this before.
It's gonna be massive.
It's going to be great. I mean, obviously, I think it'll be great.
And it's all killer, no filler.
My seat's on fire! Your take's so hot!
Come on. It's so good.
It's pretty good. It's there. It's reliable. You know what you're getting every single time.
Man, I'm so glad you found us.
You're all terrible people, and I'm glad you're my friend.
Put that in the intro.
That's really funny.
Over 500 episodes, and you'd think they'd have the hang of it by now.
It seems like the concept that would run its course very quickly. Oh, what the hell is going on, everybody? It's been a minute. Been a minute. Today is Tuesday, December 3rd, 2024, and this finally is episode number 674 of the Panels on Pages podcast. I am your host, the Lord Reverend Lee Rodriguez, and joining me tonight, we got Mr. Jason Nyes.
Mamma mia, Italian Muppet history got cancelled.
Jose Guzman's here.
Found my fucking headphones.
Yeah. And that's it. Just three of us today.
That's it.
Because it's shit. Real life is still fucking us in a pretty significant way. We're November. Remember how October got away from us, and we're like, fucking November will be better.
We're like the Freebird rule of podcasts. We just need 3 of any combination of us at any time to do a show.
Yeah.
Rolls.
Yeah, fucking wild. Fucking dog died at the beginning of the month. R.I.P. Buster.
Let's fucking start it off.
God damn.
Yeah, like that was like, the 3rd of November, and it was that was the highlight. Really, that's how fucked up it was. That was probably the best day. Because it was some shit all the time. I swear. Oh my god.
R.I.P. Buster Rhymes.
R.I.P. Buster. It was like, it's like when it's gotta be like how the Joker feels when Batman dies, right? It's like, that's just the land I'm acting. I thought he and I would go out and battle together, but no, he just got old. Real shame.
Ru and I are gonna rue this forever, Ree.
Exactly. Yeah, it was fucking wild, and there was all kinds of just health craziness and money craziness, and we went on a full-on family vacation with Nicole's entire family, and we almost all didn't make it. More on that later. I mean that quite literally in some of our cases, but fucking I think we all had very different Thanksgivings, which we'll get to in a little bit. But what the fuck else has been going on, Nyes?
Oh shit! Throwing to me early.
Yeah,
surprise attack.
I got a tail. It's gonna be a minute.
Lee, you saw Red One, right?
I did see Red One. Yeah.
Yeah. What'd you think?
It's real weird, man, because like it's not a kiddie Christmas movie, right? It takes itself weirdly seriously pretty much the entire time.
Oh yeah.
Isn't that The Rock's gimmick right now?
Oh, he takes himself so seriously in this goofy ass Christmas movie.
It's kind of crazy.
He is the most stoic man that ever lived. Do not feel feelings. Do not show emotion.
But I mean, you know what though? it looks really good. Like the effects are kind of fantastic. Like it looks pretty good, and it's fun, but it's not exactly whimsical. It's I can't quite figure out who it's for.
Right.
But it was okay. It's fun. It's fun enough, but too long.
For the
Definitely
stoic Christmas heads.
But see, it's very goofy in many parts, but also
right.
Also, it's a Marvel movie. It's if Santa were in the MCU, essentially.
That's actually a really good comparison.
He's got Stark Tech. They got all this. They basically have an Avengers Tower in the North Pole.
And what I thought was really funny is that like the coolest shit that The Rock does, like when he fights or the things he does in the world, like it's basically Ant-Man shit.
Yeah. He has superpowers, and it's Ant-Man
he has superpowers. But like the Krampus looks pretty cool. The Krampus suit is fun. And
yes, the entire set piece at the Krampus's headquarters or whatever looked like some shit out of Guardians of the Galaxy. Every single one of those people was on set with prosthetics.
Yeah, so like there's some really cool shit about that movie, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But
some silly, interesting, Christmassy world building.
Yeah, like there's a lot of stuff to like about it, but I'm not sure like it's as good as the sum of its parts, if that makes sense.
Mary made the comment that it's going to turn into like the Jingle All the Way of this era, where no one saw it, it bombed, it was kind of panned, and then people watch it as a bad Christmas movie, traditionally, and then it just sort of grows on people over the years.
I could totally see that.
Why?
'Cause I low-key dig the hell out of that movie. Jingle All the Way I fucking love. It's horrible, but I love it.
Fuck yeah.
Why
Classic.
does Chris Evans have a weird, like, parody SNL New Jersey accent in the whole movie?
I mean, because that's where he's from. I thought it was kind of, it made sense. Although I guess he's the only person in Jersey that sounds like they're from Jersey in that movie, when you think of that way. Now that I think about it.
Hey, I'm Chris Evans over here. Oh, Jose, your girl Lucy Liu's in it.
Yup.
She hasn't aged, really.
No, she looks great.
Don't.
No, she looks really great.
And she's basically the director of the
she's fucking Nick Fury of the
mythical creatures,
Of the Christmas world.
Yeah, those who wanted to see it have likely already seen it. Those who still intend to see it will catch it on Max or whatever. But yeah, they set up this whole division of mythical creatures, and at one point they lead the Headless Horseman in handcuffs. So, they're kind of like planting the seed of this world,
this multiverse.
So you expect like Bigfoot to come in and save the day at the end or something like that. Headless Horseman escapes.
I really liked the snowman set piece. The snowman looked pretty fucking cool.
Yeah,
I thought that was a pretty cool sequence.
Clay
pretty
fighter.
much like holiday TVA.
Yes.
Or not even necessarily just holidays, but like they used the blanket term of mythical creatures.
Yeah, because they like
there was all kinds of shit hanging out with Krampus that could have been from anywhere.
Yeah, they mentioned like Loch Ness and Sasquatch and
hellhounds.
Hellhounds.
Like so it's.
But it's like
everything.
Okay, so what are they arresting the Headless Horseman for? Just being the Headless Horseman?
Yeah, that sounds like profiling.
Yeah, did he just do some sort of horseman crime?
Or maybe he did what Jack did, and he was coming out during Christmas, and they're like, "No, motherfucker, we're gonna lock you up until October."
And what's funny is they have this whole government division for these mythical creatures, but then also the government knows about Santa being real, a completely separate division. Just
like the Air Force, lets him land
they
and go to a mall and shit.
Yeah, they assist Santa and his team along the way, And you would expect somewhere along the line somebody would leak some shit. Somebody would have loose lips and be like, "Hey, Santa really is real. We helped him get through the mall the other day." But then I guess you could just explain it away.
Maybe there were.
Sure, Santa's
that,
real. What were you saying, Jose?
What if there's like a whole like the UFO community? Like there have been people who worked at Area 51 who came out and said Santa was real.
Santa truthers.
But fucking talk about Lucy Liu. You know who else looks fucking awesome? J.K. Simmons is jacked as shit in this movie. Like, he looks awesome for an old dude.
All the things that we've watched J.K. Simmons in, it wasn't until Red 1 that Mary revealed her slight crush on J.K. Simmons. And I'm like, oh, we should watch Oz then.
Oh, my God.
You want to see...
that's a whole different experience.
Yeah, you want to see buff J.K. Simmons in the buff?
Yeah, Oz fucked me up to the point where like I couldn't watch him in a lot for a while.
You have to give him credit for persevering after such a typecasting role as
not getting stuck
Vern
in that.
Schillinger.
Yeah,
like you, kind of like once a Nazi, always a Nazi.
Oh, but also the yellow M&M because fuck it, why not? You know. I think I realized too while we were watching the movie that this isn't even the first time he played Santa Claus. He played Santa in that animated movie on Netflix, that Klaus on Netflix.
Oh, same universe.
Which is pretty good, by the way. It's a fun movie. Good.
Once again, The Rock ends up being the worst part of the Rock movie. And I think part of it is he needs someone to tell him no, or just to be able to tell him anything. I think part of the problem is he's got his ex-brother-in-law writing all of his scripts.
Right, yeah. And I don't know, like, at this point, I don't think he needs somebody to do shit. Like, you know, he's doing his thing. It's working for him, clearly.
It has not been working so greatly.
You know, I hadn't thought about that. I'm like, well, Black Adam, the fucking Santa movie, like, maybe not.
Yeah. Like this Red 1.
I heard the words, and I'm like, no, that's not correct.
He's not coming back as Black Adam?
No. And Red 1 is up there with like some of the biggest box office disasters of all time. And you have to wonder.
They said because that's one thing too I kept thinking watching this movie is it cost $250 million.
Yeah, where'd all that fucking money go?
It looks good.
Rock?
But goddamn, it doesn't look that good.
We were talking about Wicked apparently cost something like $150 million, and they built like real ass sets that they'll also be able to use for the second one.
Well, yeah, but if you put The Rock in there, the budget goes up.
Well, yeah, you got The Rock, and then he hires his ex-wife and his ex-brother-in-law, and Chris Evans gets a check, Lucy Liu gets a check, J.K. Simmons gets a check.
But then this is the one where they were talking like a year ago about how like he would show up so late that they were just running money up. Just
oh yeah,
the budget just blew up like crazy for this because he was dicking around in other things or wouldn't show up till 6 hours past call time, and everybody had their thumbs up their asses.
They're waiting. Meanwhile, he's Instagramming his fucking pile of pancakes.
There is a bit in Red 1 where a couple of the main characters like finally realize like the true meaning of Christmas, and he watches it happen. And in the script it says, Callum Drift cracks a sly smile, but The Rock could not figure out how to do that, and he looks like he's just kind of going catatonic as his mouth just slowly opens to what is kind of a smile, maybe a wry smile. Just like first
like Schwarzenegger and Terminator 2 and Connor's trying
Yes!
to teach him how to smile.
Yes.
She's like,
Yes!
she's like 2 or in Total Recall, 2 weeks, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You know, Jose, you bring up a great point. And what's missing in The Rock's movie career is he's so serious. And Schwarzenegger in most of his movies, super serious. But you still got to have them one-liners, right? That are silly, but also badass. And, like, he's got his ex-brother-in-law writing these scripts, and he's not writing them any, like, killer one-liners. Come on, man.
Huh. Yeah, that's fucked up. That's not cool at all.
Bland action, man. At least he's not just wearing only khaki.
Yeah, that's true. We've evolved the color palette, if nothing.
So speaking of holiday content, do you guys watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade at all?
No, I am not. No.
No, we missed it.
So it's one of our traditions. Whatever cooking that we still need to get done, we put on the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, and it's just background noise. We're not really like locked into it. But in my older age, I like to look at the world through the lenses of like an 80-year-old racist grandpa.
Go on.
And especially in the year of our Lord 2024, where the country rejected woke and re-elected Donald J. Trump as president. And you turn on the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, which is an American tradition, and like right off the bat, gayest black man you've ever seen in your life, grand marshaling the parade singing Ease On Down the Road. And you think of 80-year-old racist grandpa just being like, oh, goddamn woke. This long-running television program that includes a parade but is mostly Broadway numbers. Get this woke gay black man off my screen. So every time we were watching it, and every time there was some sort of diversity, I just went, woke.
Oh, you have fun.
We do. And I said this, it was kind of rainy and shitty on Thanksgiving in New York that day. So, all the performers are getting rained on. All the
I did see for a quick second, because they were flipping through the sports, but they clipped to one and it was like a marching band, like hauling ass.
Yeah,
because it was raining.
It seemed like a lot of the performances were truncated because of the rain. Like they would just cut off abruptly and move on to the next thing. But just seeing all the crowd in their ponchos and everybody's just kind of wet and miserable. And I don't know what came over me. I don't know what kind of darkness is living inside me where I saw that and I just went, you know what? Good. I'm glad you're all cold and wet.
He said, serves all you wokes right.
Yeah. All of you think we could just move on in this country and go to the Macy's Day Parade? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I'm glad you're wet and cold.
Yeah, I spent election night at a Rise Against concert, which was, let me tell you, that was not a bad place to have an existential crisis. It was a very it was a singular experience, to put it that way, because like there was the only people going through what we were going through exactly were the people in that room, and it was very interesting. It was a very very interesting vibe.
You're all connected.
Yeah, it was angry but oddly, hopeful. It was a very odd vibe. So
literally, the band is called Rise Against. So
exactly,
what are you gonna do?
So it's kind of perfect. Like, there's no better place to be to get that news.
You can't really rise against when there's not something to rise against, right?
Yeah, no shit. Fucking hell.
Oi!
Juggalo John in the chat says Red One felt more like The Rock was a side character and it was a Chris Evans movie. Yes, even though it was definitely a Rock movie, And I think they cast Chris Evans to hedge their bets because The Rock is not a fantastic actor or a bankable star these days, apparently.
And Chris Evans is a fucking charm factory.
Yeah, you would assume if you've got The Rock, that Chris Evans character goes to some like you throw Nick from New Girl in that role, right? You don't put Chris Evans in that role.
Yeah, you wouldn't think that. Ooh, good point. Red One doesn't necessarily need 2 movie stars.
No.
So maybe that means The Rock isn't the movie star in that movie.
You know
anymore.
what? Red One could have survived with J.K. Simmons being the biggest star.
Yeah.
Even though
just Chris Evans being,
you don't get a whole lot of J.K. Simmons because they sideline him pretty early.
Well, the movie's about him getting kidnapped.
Yeah, and the villain is real weird too.
The villain is real.
It is a real thing. We researched it after the fact. The Winter Witch or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, sure.
But I feel like it could have been done better, and just really wasn't super compelling. But
and
good
weird casting on that. It's the girl who plays Sabrina, who is fantastic. Like, she's great. But weird choice for the Winter Witch.
Yeah, you know,
opposite J.K. Simmons. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know?
But she's got a bunch of fucking henchmen with dreadlocks and scars on their face that just look like every
Nordic scumbags.
Every Marvel villain henchman you've ever seen. Like they're working for Justin Hammer.
Straight the fuck up. Straight up Justin Hammer villains. 100%. Just wild.
And then last thing for me, and this was a big one today. Oh boy.
Ooh, what we got?
If you're still on Twitter, you may have been served via the algorithm some posts by the account Muppet History.
Okay. Let's go.
You know,
yeah, I'm into this.
You know, you sometimes Twitter is just so awful. You come across an account like Muppets History, which is just posting pictures and videos and facts about the Muppets. You're like, you know what? Fucking, there is
how wholesome.
Yeah, there is some wholesomeness in the world. We could all look back on Jim Henson's great work over, decades.
If you don't like the Muppets, you're a fucking asshole. But then
it's not. Is this an official?
No,
or just an account?
This is a fan account that just
a Muppet historian, you might say.
Basically, content aggregator. Blue check, trying to make money, but still comes off as wholesome. And then dude starts injecting a little bit too much of his personality in it, and then did a face reveal and met Brian Henson, and I just kind of get this vibe that like this guy's gonna get milkshake ducked at some point. Like, there's no way this is 100% wholesome. Something gonna happen. And then today, as they call it, Muppet Twitter exploded because DMs started to come out from the Muppet History guy sending, flirty, over the line, basically harassing messages to fans and friends and Twitter people and stuff. I don't want to diminish anyone's experience or say that the abuse that they took, the harassment they experienced is any less, because it's hilarious, but it's still hilarious when a Simpsons fan account was contacted by the Muppet History fan account, and he sent this Simpsons fan account person Simpsons porn. I saw this tweet.
Like, you gotta, like, if you haven't seen this, you gotta see this, right? You're the Simpsons guy.
Like, apparently multiple times. Oh, Simpsons gal. Sending Simpsons porn to a Simpsons gal. I saw the tweet from this person, and just as Twitter, you should know lately not to jump to your first reaction on Twitter, because sometimes people are just trying to make jokes, right? And the tweet is, if you want to hear the worst of it, Muppet History began sending me unwanted, explicit Simpsons porn. It was disgusting, and he had no right or reason to send that to me. And I honestly thought it was parody. I quote tweeted it. I said, I'm not sure if this is parody. And the original author responded and said, it's not. I can give you screenshots if you need. And I said, no, thank you.
So, oh shit, this reached real people. Out. I am out.
Well, yeah, there's
Not
been a lot
involved.
of reaction from Muppet Twitter. They're surprised that this story has gone past their little community. In fact, I think it made it into Variety, or I saw earlier that it made some sort of mainstream news. Maybe it was Amazon News or something. But like, I don't follow Muppet History, but Twitter serves Muppet History to me. So you have to assume a bunch of other people who are like, yeah, you know what? I also enjoy the Muppets, are seeing Muppet History. So it's not just you little Muppet freaks on Twitter that are seeing this guy. We're all experiencing this. And my algorithm today, I'm sitting in the parking lot at the vet waiting for the dog, and every post on my timeline is Muppet History. And it was some of that real good Schadenfreude, as the Germans call it. Haven't seen a cancellation like that in a while. And you knew it was coming. Can't have anything nice, not even Muppet History.
Not these days. Not with that attitude.
And truly, you know, for better or worse, that person is now Muppet History.
Heyo.
He is part of the Muppet lore.
In this day in Muppet history.
Apparently this guy had merch for his Twitter account. And because his name isn't in the like Twitter name, the shirts were Muppet History and underneath, created by, you know, fuckface's name. You're going to put that on a shirt? You're going to steal the Disney company's IP and put your name underneath it saying created by me. Don't mind that copyrighted Muppets logo. That's fair use, right?
Well, he's like, well, I created the Muppet History. That's me.
You either
I'm not the
fucking
Muppets.
die chronicling the Muppet History or live long enough to become the Muppet History yourself.
And it's like,
Yeah.
this is why Costco has not acknowledged the Costco guys. However squeaky clean they may have been up until this point, but you cannot attach yourselves to some fucking stranger off of the internet.
Unvetted norms out there.
Yes, because then you find out they've been sending Simpsons porn to people.
Right.
Mhm.
Non-consensual Simpsons porn. Which, you know what? In retrospect, I probably should have said yes when they offered screenshots.
Yeah.
Because again, you know what's
Yeah.
hilarious.
I mean, kind of, yeah.
Do you think I could go back and be like, hey, you know what? Send them over.
Yeah. Hey, you changed my mind. Let me see some of this. What
You know,
what is happening?
Not my first time viewing Simpsons porn, and if you send it to me, if I ask for it, then that's A-okay.
Well, yeah, but she's not gonna send you the porn. I think she's just gonna send you like screen caps of the message.
Well, I better see the porn in the screen caps.
Yeah, otherwise.
Well,
you know,
yeah,
we can
yeah.
talk
Can you?
anything.
Yeah. Just write back. Like, I don't need the screen caps, but can you send me the link?
Mm-hmm,
Like, can you just forward me the DMs? I'm like, for science.
Link, please.
Links are
Kermit boner emoji.
Oh my god.
Lee, what did you think about the Costco guys at Full Gear?
I actually didn't see the Costco guys match.
Oh no!
High five, Lee. High five.
I sat down for the actual pay-per-view, and I think I turned on the pre-show just as it ended. But I did see the recap on Dynamite, and it looked like an adult Make-A-Wish kid.
He was so happy when he came down, when he did his entrance. He high-fived every person at ringside. Not like he did a lap and slapped as many hands as possible. He reached out and touched every person. Front row,
I hate him.
second row. Like, he was slapping hands with people for what felt like 7 minutes before he actually got in the ring. He went behind the announce table, started slapping hands with people.
Is this the one where he broke his foot?
Apparently, he had a broken foot going into the match.
Going into it.
Yeah.
Which, no lie, that is pretty badass.
You know, some would say, Lee, he's the real deal.
Fucking... You know what? Maybe he is. He just might be, for all I know. And you know, I wouldn't be fucking around with QT Marshall if I had a broken foot.
But you sign a deal for one match on the pay-per-view show, not on the pay-per-view.
Oh yeah, like for him though, show, yeah, no, I totally get it. Like
you do it.
I mean, you get if I'm that guy, like I gotta thank him in my fucking 13th minute.
Yes.
So hell yeah.
Well, yeah, for him it's a no-brainer.
Yeah,
exactly.
They have got all of their family members doing content now because they're just grasping for that last little gasp of fame.
Yeah, because they know at any moment one of these dickheads can do something stupid too. They're like, let's milk it now.
It's only a matter of time before WWE picks them up when they're way past relevancy and, you know, give them a 2-month-long program on TV.
Remember these guys.
That poor Rizzler kid.
No, fuck that kid. No.
Whenever they would cut to him.
Is that the one that wants to eat his cologne?
Yes. He likes the smell of his chin. Every time they cut to him, he was like a circus animal. Just anxious.
Good.
And just like doing his trick. Like, do the trick. Keep doing the trick. It's like, oh my fucking God. The camera would cut and he would just like, his entire posture would change.
Yeah, I don't feel bad for that kid at all. Fuck that dude.
Oh, but he was so adorable holding hands with Big Show down in the ring. What a tag team. Oh yeah, you didn't watch it.
I did see the picture though. I've seen some. So I don't know. Highlights might be a broad term.
You know what? It was a perfectly serviceable pre-show main event.
It does seem like it was wholesome and everyone had a good time.
Yeah. We all had a good time.
What else can you ask for? Good for them.
It was the best promoted match on that entire show.
That is completely accurate. Actually.
If only the Costco guys had mentioned Ricochet versus Takeshita.
No shit. Like, I was watching the show, and they're like, up next. I'm like, really? That's awesome.
You know, when
I bought this and did not know.
When you guys were talking about, like, it would have been nice if they had announced this match, and I'm just thinking, I felt like they announced this match weeks ago, but I think it was just me jumping to conclusions because it made the most sense. Like, we did the triple threat last month with Ospreay, and then we do Ricochet versus Takeshita because Ospreay is now off
it
with
totally
Fletcher.
made sense.
Yeah.
But they just
to catch the Predator
did not mention it.
Yeah, they should have had Big AJ running down the Full Gear card like Excalibur at the end of a Dynamite. Give that card 5 big booms.
Good show though. Even though I was a zombie during most of it. It's a pretty good show though. How about you, Jose? How's it going? How you selling in?
Yeah, I think this is the first show I've done since we got a house and moved.
Yes, it is.
Because we've done the fortnightsies.
Right.
Yep.
Couple
This is the
fortnights.
first legit show.
Remember when Jose moved and he was like, "Oh yeah, I just need to hook up all my podcast shit." And this was like the Tuesday after they moved. I'm like, "Man, you're not going to be on the show. It's fine. It's fine." He's like, "Nah, it'll be fine." A month later, finds his headphones.
Well, I thought I knew where it was, and it was not in those boxes. But
We know.
Yeah.
We know what happened.
I've seen your office.
oh, you should see the place now.
Oh, I bet it's a lot better. But there was a lot of shit in there. But also, personally, if it were me, like all the podcast stuff would have been in the same box.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah. Wild card.
Yeah. That's what makes us different. That what makes us all special, right? We're all unique little snowflakes.
That's right. If we were all the same, then it's the cornucopia of humanity that makes it interesting.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Fucking wild. How's the new place, Jose? How you liking it?
It's fucking going pretty well right now. We got tired of all these the boxes were making our heads spin, so we got some furniture.
Yes.
I think the last piece is coming Friday, and then all the boxes are going to be unpacked and fucking good.
Hell yeah.
Well, except there's a couple things that are no room to go out with what we have. And there's like a huge ass shower that they redid, but we got to do some stuff in the bathroom. We got some works we got to get done.
Mm-hmm.
So we're kind of using that big ass shower as our storage unit.
There you go. Yeah.
And then it has like a curtain. So you close it and you have no idea it's fucking full of boxes.
Full of
and shit.
nonsense. There you go. Fucking A.
So, because we got that little storage room, but it took some damage during the storm. So when we get that redone, that's kind of where all that shit's going to go. So when that gets redone and we can put that stuff out there, then that bathroom becomes the next project. But it is
Already got projects lined up. Real ass homeowner shit. Look at him go.
Yeah. Well, I mean, fuck.
Yeah, I mean, you
We've
know
both
how it is, Lee. Like,
been
you
kind
move
of-
into
You
a
know
new
how it
place,
is. Hell yeah.
and you've got a list of shit that you want to do, and you want to do it all at once, and that's just
Yep.
shit. That is not realistic.
Nah, just gotta prioritize. There's still shit I haven't done, and I've been here for like fucking 5 years.
Yeah, I don't have anything hanging on my walls in my office currently because I've been waiting to paint it for 4 years.
Right.
Yeah. We before we moved in, we painted everything in the house. 'Cause
That's
we wanted
smart.
all that fucking done while the place was empty. But I didn't know what I wanted to do in my bedroom. So like I never, or in the office. So that is still not painted, or I still don't exactly know what I'm doing.
Just got to
in here
feel it
yet.
out. Yeah, 4 years later, I
But-
finally figured out what I wanted to do in here.
It's slowly coming together, and I'm able to put everything in a spot, and
Yes.
that's pretty cool.
Yes,
Is
that
to
is
unpack
important.
Spots is
something and
important.
either be like, get the fuck out of here, or where the fuck's it going? And
Yeah, because that is also the thing that I am finally coming to terms with. You don't have to have all the shit out at once.
Yep.
You can cycle that
No.
shit in and out. What a concept.
I said
Yeah.
to my parents at Thanksgiving, because they've got this big old built-in entertainment center, and we get there for Thanksgiving, and it's all Christmas shit, which, it's not normally Christmas shit. And I just look
Sure.
at this big ass shelving unit. I'm like, where the fuck do you guys put all the stuff when it's not on the shelves? And they're like, oh, we put it anywhere we can find. Shit is just shoved into corners and cabinets.
Like, don't look under the carpet.
Yes, exactly.
And do not open that closet.
Frankly,
But
shouldn't ask questions you're not ready to hear the answer to.
Exactly.
got the fucking patios completely cleared out.
Ooh.
That's a big one.
The storage
big one.
room is nice and cleaned out and like stuff put there that is cool being out there for right now.
Mm-hmm. You replaced a couple of them busted ass pieces from the hurricane.
Well, I didn't replace them. I just got them back up.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's good.
I
Yeah.
still
That's better.
because we've kind of been we've been battling back and forth over exactly what we want to do with it. And I think the end game is we want to brick it in. We want that thing to be bricked in
Get it all
the way the
bricked
rest
up.
of the house is. But we still need it to be functional because the way they have the house built, that's where the laundry room is. Because it's an older house, so it's like that weird the laundry room was out there kind of thing, but then they retrofitted that room to a room.
Right. Yeah.
So it is it's all right, but if we brick it in, it becomes like a legit thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hell
So
yeah.
that's the goal, the end goal. But until
Add
then,
some
now
equity.
we're gonna go. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
we're gonna go the cheap route and just replace it the way it is. I can do that for like $500. Go in the Home Depot route and just replace that and kind of insulate it and have that going. But
Time and money and energy.
but the goal was get it up so it's not damaged. We can actually use it. Got the fucking patio good. Bought a little fire pit ring.
Yes. I see
And-
everything you buy on Amazon, Jose.
Oh yeah. He's like, I know.
I was so
I
happy
did.
to see all that furniture you got, all the shelving units. I was like, yeah. Sweet.
Yeah,
fire
so
pit.
those are put together. We got that set up. We got Lego boxes in shelves ready that once we build it, we will then put
Hell
it
yeah.
in that
Start
spot.
cycling it out. Yeah, there you go.
So we just have this, the empty boxes, the boxes and the empty shelves, and it's what shelf do we want to do tonight? Pick that Lego,
Dig it.
fucking put it together, put it there, bam. And then we have the last, what we're gonna eventually. I want to wall mount the TV,
Yes.
but we got the centerpiece of the living room that we're gonna use as a TV stand. That comes in like Friday.
Fuck yeah.
So
All
after
coming together,
Friday,
man. You gotta just chip away at it. That's how you
Yep.
fucking do it, dude.
mm-hmm. After Friday, all of our boxes should be unpacked.
Nice.
And we're
Love
fucking dunzos.
Did you guys ever go to IKEA?
Fuck no. That's why we just pulled the trigger and bought the shit on Amazon. 'Cause
And now you do not want to go there until January.
Oh God, no.
yeah.
But that's cool. That's good IKEA time. Let's set it up. We'll have a double date at IKEA. We'll get some meatballs.
Hell yeah.
Get that fucking kielbasa sausage. Oh.
These fucking nerds like, let's go to IKEA for lunch.
Yeah. I heard IKEA brings the boom. Or is that only Costco? Do we just go to IKEA and eat their chocolate chip cookies? And
There you
Rate
go,
it
Jose.
3
Just
pops.
shouting to the camera about fucking meatballs, and you'll be famous.
these fucking meatballs. And then I gotta have like 50 people say these fucking meatballs back to back to back.
Big AJ is all elite. Big AJ is all elite. Big AJ is all
Fucking
elite.
meatballs.
These fucking meatballs. These fucking meatballs.
Hey, Cousin Angelo, what's that smell? It's these fucking meatballs.
Yeah, see, I think we're on to something. And then we can sell a shirt with our names on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It says IKEA, these fucking meatballs. By
Created by fucking Nice
Yeah.
Jose and Lee.
trademark. And then we sue IKEA for using the IKEA name.
Who was it? What did I? Oh, fucking Hawk Tua girl or her team is suing the guy who released the original video.
What?
Yeah.
How?
Uh-huh.
I didn't get all the details, but the assumption is like, so that she can own that video, but like, that ain't your video, girl.
Yeah.
Nope.
Was that your camera?
You're gonna
when
have
you
to
recorded
buy
it?
it.
Yeah. No, that's a bitch move.
Like,
That's a.
they should be suing her.
Yeah, if anything, like,
get
how
that
much have
cut.
you been using our video to your profit?
Yeah, she better be real careful with that one, because that's just
Mhm.
Another
that's not
one.
how that works.
Another one where
No.
they're just trying to get every last penny before the gravy train is over with, right?
Well, yeah. Usually, once the lawsuits start coming out, that's when you know it's drying up, and now you gotta get paid.
Yeah, you hear that, Drake?
Oh, ouch! Yeah, no shit. What a bitch.
So for those that don't know what we're talking about, Drake is suing his own parent record company, which he shares with Kendrick Lamar, because he claims that UMG artificially inflated their Spotify numbers, or like paid Spotify to play Not Like Us more. And it was all astroturfed. And it's like, motherfucker, did
What
you
are you
not
doing?
see like Indian weddings playing Not Like Us? That's not Spotify inflating numbers. That is a
Mm-mm.
cultural event, brother. And
Yeah.
suing them for that, but not suing Kendrick Lamar for saying he's a pedophile.
Yeah.
the
Well, because he doesn't want that shit to go to court.
the the discovery, right?
Yeah. How about let's not go that part? But I'm gonna fight you over some numbers.
The galaxy brain theory is that this lawsuit is to prevent Kendrick Lamar from playing Not Like Us at the Super Bowl.
Ooh.
So
Oh
if
my
it's
God.
if it's
He's
in
like, oh,
litigation,
no, not in.
If he plays, oh
No.
my God.
The worst diss he could do is sing that as the Canadian national anthem at a Toronto Raptors game. That would completely devastate it. He has his own like basketball league
right?
that he's like 5-time champion back to back to back.
Oh,
to back.
it's like Trump being the course champion.
Yeah.
Silly.
That's
If someone embarrassed me the way Kendrick embarrassed Drake, you would never see my ass again. I would take my
see,
money
that's the thing is-
and disappear.
Or not for a little while, and the next time we saw you, you certainly wouldn't be just bringing that shit up.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
we didn't see you for a minute, then you came back just talking about that shit we kind of forgot about.
Imagine what this lawsuit is doing for the Spotify numbers.
Oh,
Of
it
Not
has
Like Us right now.
I think it returned Not Like Us to #1 on Spotify.
I bet it did. And he's like, God damn it. And everyone else in the house is like, we told you, please don't do it.
It's the literal Streisand effect.
Yeah.
People were saying the same thing about Muppets history today, because the first a lot of people saw was this very vague like notes app apology from Muppets history, to the point where everybody's like, so what was this about? And then
Yeah.
like it all came out.
So it's almost like if you wouldn't apologize, nobody would have known.
Right. Or at least less people would have.
Variety wouldn't have fucking picked
We
it up.
wouldn't be talking about it on Popcast 674, that's for sure.
No shit, right?
Yeah, somebody asked me today about that, and I was like, man, maybe I missed a message. I don't know, because I don't even know about that. It was good to firsthand hear what this is about.
Nice.
I will relay the message tomorrow.
You know it's bad when Jose's getting asked about it.
Right,
Mhm.
yeah. Pretty
Jose, what do you know
deeply
about this?
permeated.
Be like, I will find out, motherfucker. and I found out.
You're like, I got a whole gang of chronically online freaks I can talk to.
Yeah, one of these fucking psychos knows for sure.
Yeah, one of them knows what the vibe is.
You know, Twitter is essentially an echo chamber for me now. Like, that's where I go to post my thoughts that are a little too risque for FriendCon, right? And
Okay,
you know,
sure.
I'll get likes from Mahoney and Kelly and Lee and J-Pop and the same 5 people over and over again. But when I posted that shit today about the Simpsons porn, and Lee pops in, he's like, "Fucking what?" I knew it was good. I knew it was good shit.
It's everything about it is fucking absurd.
Yeah.
Like this. Like,
Here's what's
not
funny.
real Simpsons person was like this not real Muppet person sent me quite real Simpson porn. It's fucking ridiculous.
The person that asked me is because they saw your Twitter. They're like, yeah, he keeps putting something about, like, what is this?
Who the fuck is peeping at my Twitter?
Oh, I'm going to keep this a secret.
I know who it is.
I'm going to keep it a secret.
I know who it is. Straight creeping. Well, yeah, and like, I don't tweet often, but then, like, I tweeted 10 times today about Muppet history. Sometimes Twitter's lit, just like the old days. But a lot of times it's just broken.
Like the
Broken
new
or just
days.
barren. Like nothing you want to see.
That
Just a
too,
fucking
but like
Internet
sometimes
wasteland.
sometimes shit just will not load.
Great
You know,
job.
they
Glad
fired
that guy's got a
everybody.
cabinet position now.
Yeah, and Elon is a little distracted these days with doxing government employees. Have we talked at all about Trump's fucking Legion of Doom cabinet he's pulling together here?
No,
This-
but it's just. I likened it to the Legion of Doom yesterday to my father.
Yeah. I think I was out for the day some day in the past couple of weeks, and then I came home and pull up Twitter and I see the news that Dr. Oz is going to be in charge of Medicare and Medicaid,
God.
and I fucking laughed so hard.
It's
Just
hilarious until it's not, like it's just-
losers and frauds and criminals and literal sex pests.
just
All
and
the
again,
best people.
the only people excited about this are people who have never left their state, much less their fucking country, because the rest of the world laughs.
It's really something.
What a time to be alive. Fucking Linda McMahon, head of the Department of Education. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but didn't she have a job the first go around too?
See, I'm not sure about that because Betsy DeVos was Department of Education. last
Maybe it's
round.
DeVos I
Yeah.
was getting mixed up with.
Same kind of
Same circle. of-
useless idiot energy.
yeah,
Betsy
I think
DeVos
it
was like,
DeVos.
she would come out and be like, I didn't know. I'm not sure this bitch can read.
Right.
Based upon how she's speaking. Like, what are you doing? Yeah. Like, what's happening?
Amway. Amway.
What a
Goddamn
time to be
nonsense.
alive.
What a time to be alive, indeed.
I'm waiting for the ShamWow guy to get a job. Get him in there.
It wouldn't. Honest to God, would not surprise me.
I think at this point, the ShamWow guy would be like, you know what? No, thank you. I don't need to be associated with those types of people.
Like, I'm trying to
I'm
get
out.
my fucking life
Didn't
together.
What did he do? He bit a prostitute?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no. He got into an altercation with a prostitute, and she like bit part of his lip off.
Don't
if
you
I remember correctly.
Don't you remember Goat and Lee and Nicole's trios costume from
That's
Pop
right.
Fest?
That's right. Yeah.
The trios costume.
Fuck yeah.
It's like they're the Freebirds of Halloween.
Yeah. Second Freebird reference tonight. Somebody getting paid.
Oh shit! Remember when I sent you that the chick play? Oh, maybe Jose, did you watch that video of the chick playing Sandstorm on bagpipe?
I don't think so.
All right, I'm gonna find it. So that same chick did. What were we just talking about before that?
Freebirds.
Yes, she did. I saw a video of her doing Freebird on a bagpipe. Let me pull up the Butts Thread classic.
See, that's bagpipes are one of those things where it's like it never really sounds good,
But it's
but it
pretty
is
funny.
also
The
at the same
corn
time very
song.
impressive. You know, like it's
Yeah.
still impressive.
All right.
Ba-dum.
Here she goes.
Amazing.
Look at her
Fucking
go.
Wanderlei in the background. He pops out of
Yep.
the bushes.
Look at her
Fucking love
go.
it.
No, good for you, girl. Now all we gotta do is put a shirt out that says "Bagpipe Girl" by Lee, Nyes, and Jose.
We're gonna get
See, the
demonetized.
thing I like about bagpipe
I like
girl,
this new fuck it, anything goes.
Yeah, yeah. Star Wars by Lee, Nyes, and Jose. Well, it's kind of like
Popcast, a Star Wars story.
okay.
Yeah.
Does it kind of still fall under the guise of like parody, where all those literal porn parodies would just say, Star Wars, a porn parody.
That's true.
So
Yeah,
by adding,
I gotta just say it.
so it's not Star Wars. It's Star
Yeah,
Wars
no,
by
it's-
Lee, Nyes, and Jose.
There you go. Yeah.
IKEA,
fucking-
the shirt.
Spaceballs, the flamethrower.
That was Thanksgiving, nice. I'll say my Thanksgiving for last.
I thought I talked about my Thanksgiving watching
Did you?
woke ass Thanksgiving Day
Oh,
parade.
that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. All right, my bad.
Tell us about
He's so amped up. He's like, "Give it to me again."
Tell us about your Thanksgiving, Lee.
Well, Nines, I almost died.
You motherfucker.
Literally almost died.
Lee, if you would have died, I would have fucking slapped you so hard.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of that.
I would have been
The past
so
couple of
fucking
days.
mad.
I'm getting a whole lot of that. So, as I mentioned before, our dog had died. We had a lot of shit going on. And then I had this fucking family trip coming up.
He
And-
fucking poisoned you. He's like, I see what's going on here. I go,
Way
you
out.
go.
So we were leaving Thursday. On Tuesday, I thought I had food poisoning.
We played Fortnite with Jax,
Yeah.
and at the end of Fortnite, you said, "Oh my god, I got such a bad headache, I gotta go," and then we called it.
Yeah. I
not,
left that.
not thinking anything else of it because we get headaches. It happens.
headaches.
especially
It happened. Yeah.
especially when you got Jax memeing in your ear. Sometimes that'll happen.
It's true. It's true. So, went and laid down, tried to get my shit together, and got the shakes going pretty gnarly, and fucking threw up. Big time. It's like, okay, shit. All right, well, I guess I got food poisoning. Because I kind of felt okay the next day. And so I go on this trip. And I did not get any better on this trip.
And
Definitely didn't get better on this trip.
you're putting on a brave face because it's a big family trip. It's a surprise. You don't want to disappoint Nicole. You don't want to disappoint the kids. Everybody else can eat a dick, but like you're doing your best just to power through it. You were gonna have to power through it anyhow, but now you got to power through it with food poisoning. You assume
exactly, and but we're there for a number of days, and I've had food poisoning. Doesn't last a number of days. So I thought maybe I was having an adverse side effect to my Ozempic shots, right? Because it can cause some poopy or lack of poopy tummies, whatever. It can cause some shit. Okay, fine.
Yeah, there was the story that Kelly Osbourne like has no control of her anus anymore. Like she just poops whenever.
That's pretty intense. That's pretty intense. She was on that for shit for too long. And so, I thought maybe it was that. But like up until now, I have had no adverse side effects. Maybe it's just my fucking time or whatever, But the condo we were in was big enough that I had plenty of room to kind of slink away and lick my wounds, like a fucking dog in the corner, where nobody can see.
Lee crawling underneath the deck to die.
Yeah, it was not great. But I make it through, come home, and this, and then we got Nicole's birthday coming up. We got Thanksgiving coming up. To quote the great Jesse Ventura, I ain't got time to bleed.
Yeah,
right?
I
ain't got time for this.
I got your wife's birthday and her favorite holiday and her mother's surprise birthday party all in the same week. You gotta come correct.
I'll go handle my shit on Friday. Like that was by this point, people knew I wasn't feeling well. They knew I hadn't shit in like a week, But again, we thought this was all just those empty stuff. It'll be fine, I'm probably okay, right? Because whatever.
For those that missed that, he said he hadn't shit in a week.
Yes,
7
which had
days.
literally never happened to me.
I would definitely know something.
Never happened to him.
I go twice before my coffee.
Like, I'll go a day, maybe 2, but on day 3, like, there's an issue. We need to figure something out.
I'm not sure I've ever gone a day, right? But I know that like constipation can be a symptom of the fucking like a side effect of the Ozempic. So that's it, right? And I'm throwing up because I'm backed up, right? That's why I'm throwing up. Clearly, that's the problem. It didn't occur to me that like I was throwing up like bile and shit, so my stomach was completely empty.
Yeah, you were probably puking so much that you weren't eating too.
Exactly. Yeah, I was putting nothing in my body.
You're like, I don't want to see this again, so I'm just not going to put it in my mouth.
We would, when we would go out to dinners, because again, it's a family fucking vacation, right? We're going out to dinner. So I'm sitting there and I'm making my dinner selection based on what will probably be the least traumatic the next time I see it, right? So that's how I'm making these choices.
What's the soup of the day?
Yeah. I did get some gumbo at one point. That was not the greatest plan, but it's all I had on a short notice.
Yeah.
I could see that.
That coming back up is gotta be an experience.
For those of you listening right now thinking, what the fuck? Are you serious? No, I'm deadly serious. This is how my brain was working. This is what the fuck I did. All right. I know. You're thinking this all sounds very stupid, and you are correct. It was very dumb to do what I did. We come home. We do Nicole's birthday thing. We're at dinner, and my brother-in-law looks at me and is like, "You look horrible. What is wrong with you?" And that is not the nature of our relationship. We do not So I'm like, oh, that's probably not great. But at this point, I kind of had it down. I was like, no, it's cool. It's cool. Like I'm gonna look like this for a little while. It's not cool, but I'm gonna look like this for a little bit, and then I may or may not have a violent shivering fit. But what I definitely will do is I'm definitely gonna throw up a lot, and then when I finish throwing up, I'll feel better until the cycle starts anew. So it's fine. I'll handle it in a couple of days. And he looks at me like, did he just say those words in that order? Like, for real? Like, is that? And he's like, okay.
Because you've been saying this to yourself in your head over and over and over and over and over again as you're
for the better
puking.
part of a week at this point. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So that's it's what fine. I was thinking. So I just said the quiet part out loud. I mean, get back to the house. And Nicole's like, man, this really came out great. Like, I'm sorry you're sick, but this is one of the better birthdays I've had in recent memory. And I'm like, that's great. Really glad to do this for you. And she's like, but you're clearly not okay. You got to handle your shit. And I'm like, I'm going to handle my shit. I'll go fucking Friday. I don't want to go today. Tomorrow Thanksgiving, I'll go Friday. And she's like, I don't like it, but okay. He's like, at least, fucking, drink a protein shake or something. We'll try to keep, we'll get something in you. I'm like, great.
Let the record show I don't like it, but do you, homie?
Yeah. Yeah. There was a lot of that. Because honest to God, the worst part of it, right, is that I will gladly admit that I made a series of not awesome choices, but it was all with the best of intentions for the benefit of everyone else around me, right? like that was the plan.
Right,
the plan was
right.
to not inconvenience anybody with my bullshit and go handle my bullshit when it was more calm, right? Because that's how I do. Like I'm fucking solving other people's problems. My shit can wait, right? So she says, I'm gonna go make some pumpkin pies for tomorrow. I'm like, cool. Need any help? She says, no. I'm like, great. In that case, I'm gonna go to bed. I don't feel awesome. Like, cool. Get up, and I go, and I lay down in the sheets, and the minute my body hits the sheets, it goes fucking ape shit, right? Like, my teeth are chattering, my fucking whole body is shaking, so I'm like, oh, I gotta get in the fucking shower. So I throw the shower on, and I'm shivering and shaking and clattering just as bad under a hot shower. And that's when I thought, oh, this can't be good.
That's what I got when that India kicked in.
Yeah, yeah, it's not good. Like that's when I'm like, I think we may have turned a corner on this one. And that's about the time I collapsed and vomited all over the place. And my first thought was, oh God, I hope somebody heard that. Because I had no juice left to fucking make a sound. Yeah. No one heard me, but eventually Nicole did come check on me and found me in quite the sight. And she's like, well, I guess we have to call an ambulance. Holy shit. And I'm like, please call the ambulance.
Oh my God.
And so I went to the ambulance, got an ambulance, went on the way to the hospital. And again, I'm still thinking it's because, it's all a stomach bug thing, right? I got some kind of fucked up bug. I'm pretty much past side effect of the Ozempic. It's like, I got a gnarly bug. Something's happening. And I don't think I told you guys this yet. When I was in the ambulance, my blood pressure was 80/50. That's low.
Yeah.
Very fucking low. So they fucking hooked me up to some shit, like on the way to the hospital to get some fluids and stuff in me. They gave me some scans, give me a CT scan. They're like, your organs, there's some little things here or there, but you're pretty fucked up. So anything could be causing all these little things that we're seeing here. But you don't look like you haven't pooped in 9 days. I'm like, oh, that's fucking weird. I didn't. And he's like, I know, I'm not saying you have, but that doesn't make any sense with what I'm seeing. I was like, oh, fuck, okay. So we're kind of talking about that, and they're like, we got to get a piss sample at some point. And so I give them the piss sample, and apparently it comes back nuclear because they're like, this guy's like, holy shit, this is the worst UTI I've ever seen in my entire life.
He's like, this is the shit Stan Lee drank in The Incredible Hulk.
Yeah. And I know from UTI, after all my plumbing shit I had a couple years ago, I swear to God, anybody out there, none of you know anybody more diligent about their pee than this guy. I have compared every pee I've had to the one before it for the last fucking 2 years and change. I never had a symptom, not a single one of any kind of a fucking urinary tract infection. It's like, oh. So Nicole is beside herself. She's like, are you fucking serious? And he's like, yeah, it's fucking wild. So they gave me this big shot of antibiotics, sent me home. So we get home, it's like 4 in the fucking morning, and the kids are like, oh God, please don't cancel Thanksgiving, mama, because they're emotional terrorists. And so after being in the hospital till fucking 4, my beautiful wife, fucking village comes together, they pull off Thanksgiving while I'm sleeping. I'm sleeping all goddamn day because it was dire. And I didn't even know how dire it was yet because they call my ass at 10:30 on Thanksgiving Day, and they're like, you got to come back. And they're like, what do you mean you got to come back? And they said, the infection has spread to your blood. You have an infection in your bloodstream. And I said, you mean like sepsis? And they're like, damn near. You got to come back. And so I go shelf it out into the kitchen, and I'm like, hey, babe, how's it going? You probably real tired. Been a long day. And I gotta go back to the hospital. So let me tell you, my plan of not fucking up a birthday and Thanksgiving at this point is going smashingly. Right? The plan is rock solid. We've achieved all of our goals.
You almost made it, though.
It was real close. I just had to hold off a couple of days and, not died, which I don't think would have been possible. As bad as it was. I think I almost fucking died Wednesday. No, I did. They told me I almost died Wednesday. To get back to the hospital. And, I didn't know when I was going there that I was going to be checked in for a couple of days. So I was able to bring stuff, And they're hooking me up to all the stuff, and they're doing all the regular intake questions and shit like that, and they're like, fucking medical history, this and that, like, whatever, surgeries, medications, whatever. And then she's like, what's your highest level of education? And I said, how the hell is that relevant to anything we're talking about? Like, what do you mean? And she's like, well, she's like, they ask it. I guess they keep it for some kind of data at some point down the line or whatever. And she's like, I got to tell you, you're the only person that's ever asked me that. And I said, well, then make sure that you put on that form that I'm the smartest person you've ever checked in, because that's the most obvious question to answer to that. Like, what the fuck you mean? No one's ever asked that before. That's absurd. Like, okay, great. And she's like, okay. And then, Nicole goes, he does this when he's uncomfortable. There's going to be a lot of this, just so you know. The longer he's here, the more you're going to get of this. And I'm like, that's true. I apologize in advance. Because she knows what's up. And she's like, you smoke, do you drink, do you have any other drugs? And I'm like, yeah, I smoke a bit of weed. And she's like, when was the last time? And I said, ma'am, you called me on Thanksgiving, told me to come check in the hospital. I'm a little high right now. like, what am I supposed to, yeah, fine.
To ask her, how long was the walk from the car to here?
Yeah, come on. Like, there's no better time than right now. What are you saying to me? But the best one by far in my intake questions, which she says, and again, we've discussed November at length so far tonight. She says, at any point in the last 30 days, have you wished you were dead? And my wife cackles from across the room. She goes, holy shit, are you talking to him or me? And she's like, what? And I go, I really wished I was dead last night when I was fucking curled up on a ball in my shower. And she's like, have you thought about hurting yourself? And I said, that's not what you said. That's not what you said at all. The answer to that question is no. And by this point, she was all done with my bullshit, and I didn't see her until 4 o'clock because she hooked me up to more IVs. But I was in the hospital for fucking 4 days on a steady drip of IV antibiotics. Like, I was fucked up, y'all.
Your blood almost killed you.
Literally almost killed me. Yeah, we got back in, and then when we checked in that night, and he kind of fucking Nice's comment earlier, the ER doc that we saw that night came in, and he was like, yeah, so, we're running cultures on your blood, and, normally it takes like 24 to 48 hours for them to come back, but they came back in like 16 hours, and he's like, you are the real deal, man. And I'm like, thanks, I think.
Medical fucking marvel.
Yeah, medical fucking marvel, straight up. But I feel good now. Everything's cool now. And, fucking knocking on wood for a cool December. We got the tree up today. Trying to get some, redirect, get some holiday cheer going in this motherfucker, because November could suck it. And dude, I know so many people. Well, I think we all know people, but that have had fucked Novembers.
Dog shit.
November was weird, y'all. Like, November was weird. Like,
yeah.
I don't think I know a single person that had like a chill November without some kind of nonsense. It's crazy.
From November 5th on, it was just downhill, right?
It kind of was. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's fucking wild. So, as I was laid up, and bear in mind that when I got to the hospital, I felt okay because they gave me that big shot the night before, right? So, like, I felt pretty okay the entire time I was there. I was just fucking stuck there, So, that did give me a lot of time to reflect on my actions and the choices that I made, and fucking I was able to fucking try to make a restitution list. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, nothing will quite put your priorities in order than staying in the hospital for multiple days, right?
Yeah, it's not great. But also, I made it to damn near 40 and never had to spend the night in the hospital before. That's a pretty good run.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good run. It's not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, the main thing that you learn when you have to stay in the hospital for multiple days is, you know what? I don't really want to come back here.
Yeah.
So either
how long
I
were you
need
in there with the poopy tummy, Nice? How long were you in there?
I think it was 3 to 4 days, maybe.
That's too many days.
Yeah,
it's too many days. It sucks.
And again, it was just, it wasn't that I was actively, a danger to myself. It was, they got to do tests. They got to check my vitals every hour. They got to, make sure, that everything looks, smells, and tastes correct before they send me home.
The worst was Sunday, because they were, pulling these blood cultures the whole time, and they were basically doing, once they realized what was in it, they were running, kind of like like resistance tests on it, right, to make sure they had the right antibiotic to kill it and shit like that. So, but turns out it was slightly resistant, so they put me on a different antibiotic on Sunday. And now, up until that point, the one I was on, it ran for 4 hours and then it was off for 4 hours, right? So it was 4 on, 4 off every 8 hours. And so the new one, it only drips for like 20 minutes and it's once a day.
Nice.
So Sunday, I was done by 8:30 and I was like, can I go home? And they're like, no, you got to hang out until tomorrow. And I'm like, fucking why? Like, I'm not doing shit until tomorrow except hanging out so you guys can come and poke and prod at me every few hours, and I have one more shitty night of sleep. You're like, I was a real good sport about it until no one was able to give me an actual legitimate reason why I could not leave on Sunday. Because
we can't bill your insurance if you leave.
Like, that's got to be it at that point. Because I'm like, I'll come. Like, I want to get better. I'll come back. Like, fuck, I'll even sleep here tonight if you want me to. But just goddamn, like, can I go and come back? And she was like, no. And I'm like, why?
Because what if something happens?
It's just that's not how it's done. And I'm like, yeah, but why? Like, I don't have to like the reason you give me, but give me a reason, And like, the only thing she could come up with was like, oh, you got an IV in, we can't let you go with an IV. And I said, pull this bitch out, put another one in when I get back. Like, that's IV is extremely temporary, man. Yeah, they just didn't want to fucking. I don't know.
I bet
Sunday
they
pissed me off.
They
pissed me off
loved
on
you.
I was mostly a delight, and I did go back and apologize on Sunday because it wasn't their fucking fault. She was just the bearer of shitty, stupid news.
Just doing their damn job.
Just doing their job, and I know that. And I went back and I apologized because I was kind of a shithead that time. But it'd been cooking, so it's okay.
So did we ever
justified.
like pinpoint what the cause was, or is that still a mystery?
It could come from anything, I guess. But like, it's just, and like what I asked is, I'm like, how long has it been cooking to make me that sick?
Yeah.
Like, and again, never displayed a symptom, So it must have just been hanging out there dormant for, had to have been weeks to get to that point, especially to fucking make the hop over to my blood, like it must have been there for a minute. So I kind of feel like by the time I got sick that Tuesday, I was probably gonna go to the hospital, like,
yeah.
You got to figure by the time you get to that point, it's probably past a point of no return to some level.
Yeah, or this is the worst of it, and I'll wake up tomorrow and be perfectly fine.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, knowing what I know now, by the time we got there, I was probably gonna go to the hospital no matter what. You know what I mean? Like at that level, you know. But it probably would have been, you know, better and not as traumatic for literally everybody if I'd gone, say, Wednesday,
Yeah.
as opposed to the following Wednesday. So the moral of the story, kids, is listen to your body, and you know, fucking take care of yourself, because you know what this is not what we're having right now, gang, is we're not having a young man conversation.
Yeah.
Like, this is not shit young people talk about. So, you know, we're all gonna die. Just, you know, don't do it next week.
Yeah, don't go 9 days without pooping. That is not good.
No, not good. And you know, I'm sure a lot of it was denial, but I was made some dumb. Yeah, it's just fucking stupid.
Yeah.
I wanted so badly to just make it through
Yep.
to my fucking goal. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course it was bad. Obviously horrible. It was dumb.
But then what ended up happening? You had to eat fucking hospital Thanksgiving food.
Yeah, it's pretty goddamn depressing. Like, I wasn't that incensed by the food. Like, it wasn't horrible. Goddamn, my kids came up one day during dinner time and they were pissed.
Roasting it.
Oh, Zoe was like, "Is this what they've been feeding you the whole time?" She's always like, "Is this a hospital or a concentration camp? Jesus Christ!"
Hey, at least you had solid foods.
Yeah, it could have been a whole lot worse. You know, and again, like, you know, I felt okay the whole time I was there. Like, it could have been a whole lot fucking worse. Like, look, nobody was having as good a time as I was on that floor. I promise. I remember I was just kind of doing laps up and down the hall one day just so I could fucking stretch my legs.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm just walking up and down the hall, and I passed by one of the rooms, and there's, you know, the nurse outside on the fucking thing, and there's, like, you know, the little cartoon, you know, body, right? You know, it's like fucking draw here where it hurts kind of shit, you know? I assume we all have those. But as I walked past this one had a circle drawn over a bright red vagina. So she was having a real rough time in there, because it was like the cartoon was having a rough time, and I know, the cartoon is, you know, having a better time than she is, I promise.
I imagine not only is it red and circled, but it's circled like 10 times.
No, it's one perfect circle, right? So it's not a circle drawn like a pen. It's one perfect red circle with a highlighted fiery vagina inside of it.
What is the best hospital meal for Firebox?
Yeah. That's kind of like, oof.
Could have been a
Sucks
lot
to you,
worse. Could have been a lot worse. You could have been there with the circle around your dick.
Yeah, at least I'm having fucking
Ayo.
bright red dick and balls. A whole lot worse.
Dipping your balls in too many different sauces.
Yeah. That's what happens. You put them in eggnog. You get the bright red circle in the ER.
Oh, I fucking love eggnog.
Jax had his first nog the other day. We had a carton, and he's like, "What's eggnog?" And I'm like, "It's fucking eggnog, dude. Like, there's
Yeah,
I mean,
you
there's
try
nothing
it,
like
you like it or you don't.
Yeah.
It's just eggnog. He's like, "What's it like?" I go,
Like
"Eggnog."
nothing
just
you've ever
take it at
had,
face
motherfucker.
value.
Try it.
Yeah,
You know,
just fucking go for it, man.
nothing tastes as close to what it is named than eggnog.
Yeah, and which is kind of wild when considered there are no other nogs.
Mm-mm.
There's not a other single nog beyond the eggnog.
There's not like sausage nog.
No
Or like-
fucking beet nog.
No.
I'm sure you search the internet, you'll find some beet nog. You might not like what you stumble across. But you look hard enough, you're gonna find some beet nog.
You'd find some sausage nog too, I guess.
Yeah. You may not want to enter any of that in your search.
Go to
That sounds like some
wickedmovie.com and see some sausage nog.
Yeah, there you go. Sausage nog the shirt. By Knives.
TM.
SausageNog.com, the
Jose
musical.
Lee. A division of
And
the
then-
Walt Disney Corporation.
So Knives puts out the first shirt, and then I put out the shirt that says Sausage Nog by Knives by Jose. And then Lee puts out the third shirt, Sausage Nog by Nyes by Jose by Lee.
Yeah.
Perfect way
.com.
around it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, keep an
.com.
eye out at shop.panelsonpages.com for all of our new merch coming.
Yeah, for all your IKEA fixes off of.
And you know,
Oh, you're
while
welcome.
you're waiting
Nog
for all
merch.
this new merch to show up, buy some of our old merch. We promise we will make these other shirts.
Oh my God. What a time. What a time,
Well,
y'all.
Lee, we are so glad that you survived. So mad that you would ever take the chance that we would lose you. And happy to have you back. And hope this is a lesson for everyone.
That has been the general consensus, which I guess is nice. There's not anybody so far that's been like, fuck, almost close. So
Almost got him. Fucking throwing their hypodermic needle in the trash with their blood infection. Like, God damn it. Could have had it.
Buster's at the ferry boat. Just like, this motherfucker, what? It didn't work?
Oh my God.
Just imagining the doctor, taking your vitals and being like, this man is made of 70% potato. How did that happen?
Not even. I've been taking really good care of myself. That's the pisser of it. Like I've taken better care of myself this year than I have in a decade. And still not so much.
You took too good care of yourself.
Obviously not enough potatoes.
I guess not. Yeah, man, that's the problem. I gotta fucking spud it up for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, Lee's in and out of conscience, and all he hears is the two doctors. Man, if only he was on some kind of potato diet, he would have made it.
You would have made it.
It's fucking wild. Like like the potato starches kills this shit instantly. It's crazy. It's the damnedest thing. Fucking wild.
Great story, though.
Yeah, it's a hell of a story. It's a hell of a story. Fucking what a time. Take care of yourself out there, buddy.
Yeah.
Take care of yourself.
No matter how much you think you might need a few days off, you don't want to go to the hospital.
No.
Yeah.
Because
I think a wise man.
That fucking sucked too. I was already off those days.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I fucking burned a long weekend in the hospital. Like, come on.
If only you had gone to the hospital like 4 days earlier, you could have skipped the whole family trip. Oh no, it would have ruined the trip for everybody.
Yeah.
The whole thing would have been
Everybody
canceled.
there loves me.
Yeah.
And it would have been a real bummer for everybody if I wasn't there.
You would have had so many slaps coming.
So many. So
Make sure he has an open casket so I could slap him in the fucking face. Let that be the case for every single one of you.
Right. Fucking take care of yourself. Don't do dumb shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't be like me. Don't do dumb shit.
Well,
Real smart guy does some real dumb shit.
You weren't doing the dumbest shit. You weren't actively causing yourself injury. You were just trying to put it off. And
Well-meaning dumb shit, but dumb shit nonetheless.
Every time you're uncomfortable or sick, the first reaction can't be, oh, I need to go to the hospital. That is usually the last resort. But you got to figure out where that line is, right? Where it goes from, maybe I'm not feeling so good. Maybe I get through this to where, no, I need professional help.
Yeah, see, the thing is, I hit that spot, and then I was like, I'll do it Friday.
Yep.
That's the
you
problem.
hit that spot, and you said, give me 5 more days. I can take it. I'm hardcore.
Yeah, that's pretty much exactly how it went down.
Yeah.
Made it 3. Which means I ain't no bitch. I made it 3, okay? I made it 3.
Mm-hmm.
You fucking pussies. I made it 3. I dare you to go 3.
No. As soon as I felt like I wanted to die, that's when I finally gave it up. And I was like, you know what? We should probably go to the hospital.
Yeah, I did that too. But it was.
I tried to sleep in the guest bedroom, face down, ass up, to try and stop the pain, not knowing what the pain was or why I was feeling it. Just any position possible. How can I fix this?
See, and that's one of the craziest fucking thing, though, is that like I never actually had any pain. Like the only time I had pain was like as a response to all the contortions and shit into my
Right.
body. Like I never had any kind of discomfort otherwise. It was a sneaky little fucker. Sneaky little fucker. So dumb. Why'd be so dumb? Dumb for the right reasons, though. I like to. I'm gonna at least keep that in my bonnet. Fucking, I was dumb for the right reason. I tried
Human
to do right
body-
by everybody else.
Human body is a dumbass design.
Nah, I just horribly inefficient. Just barely functioning sacks of meat at the end of the day.
A wise man once said, though, check yourself before you wreck yourself.
And like my dad always says, getting old ain't for pussies.
Mm-mm.
Old fucking poet, that man. So, we're fucking back in
That
the
was
saddle.
right before he ran to the fridge with no legs and freaked me the fuck out.
Well, he actually set himself on fire last year.
Nice.
But it's cool now, because now he bought a flamethrower, so that shit won't happen again. He won't get that close to the fire next time.
You know
Real
what?
smart.
Your dad needs to get some movie roles. I'm sure he could get some fucking like visual effects stuntman role.
I bet. Yeah, there's some. My brother's movie's done. There's some wild shit with him in that movie.
Oh, I did
Yeah.
not realize that.
Yeah, it's done. They're just trying to do they're trying to finish the edit and whatnot, but they finally got it finished last year. So it's gonna be pretty cool. Got a Cowboy Lance Storm in a pretty sizable role.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna be pretty cool. And they did some pretty wild shit with Dad's legs in that movie. It's gonna be pretty gnarly.
I think this is the first I'm hearing about this. I'm stoked.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's been many years in the making. And he's like, I'll never
Yeah.
talk shit about another movie again.
Yep, exactly,
Like,
exactly.
I'll never talk shit about any movie because they're fucking impossible to make.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything because I know how long it takes me to do shit.
Right. Exactly. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, we're back in the saddle. We're fucking doing it.
Yeah, we'll
got
see.
Big plans for December. We got a fucking commentary plan. So,
well,
we're gonna
that is the extent of our big plans.
We're going to be doing
That's something.
Indian birds.
If other shows happen between now and Christmas, fucking great.
we would love for that to happen.
We're going to do
Love for that
IKEA,
to
the
happen.
TV show.
We will, before the end of 2024, get all 5 of us on a podcast.
Yes.
Live
Take
or
that shit to the
recorded.
bank, son.
We will see.
Yeah. But yeah,
Even
real
if
life's
we have
fucking
to
wild, y'all.
record everybody's lines separately.
I
Jesus
had
Christ.
the realization. So, some of those nights when we don't have a podcast, we hop on Twitch and play Fortnite. So technically, whenever we skip the podcast to play Fortnite, that is a Fortnite event. It's a
Hell
podcast
yeah, dog.
Fortnite event.
Fortnite event, the shirt by Popcast.
Hey, not for nothing. We do have a Fortnite themed shirt
Mhm.
at shop.panelsonpages.com.
That's right.
Now we just got to put a bunch of fucking cartoon characters on it that we don't own.
I have
That's how it works.
yet to jump into the new season because I know I'm not ready for that smoke. So I'll give him a couple days.
I've been watching Jax a little bit. It's pretty fucking cool looking.
Oh
It's
no,
pretty nuts.
it is definitely cool
That movement,
looking.
it looks like I'm very intrigued about the movement. I've always wanted a game where you can tumble roll
Oh,
forward
yeah.
like that.
I just don't want to deal with the tryhards and the sweats that are
Oh yeah, you're not making a bad
at
decision by
level
waiting a few days.
115 right now, 3 days into the
Right.
season. That whole
Jesus Christ.
remix season, that what was it, a 1 month battle pass? Like I don't feel
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that ever chilled out.
No, it's pretty nuts. Although, fucking running the map 3 in a row was pretty dumb.
Well, we realized why that happened.
Fucking sandbag that one real hard by the end.
Yeah, if you ever really want to feel good about yourself in Fortnite squads, make sure one of your 4 has a brand new account and they're at level 1. Because
Hey,
honestly,
you'll be like, God damn, I'm killing it. Then after about an hour, you go, oh wait, I get it.
I don't know if that stream is still up. I don't know how long those save, but I'm essentially the main camera, and I was awful that whole night. I was dog shit, and we waltzed into 3 fucking wins in a row. There was shit going on, and I was stuck in a house somewhere, couldn't figure out how to get out. You guys are murdering people. And I just show up at the end like, hi guys, you need help? just looking at all of the loot just scattered everywhere.
No, Jax was killing it. And I told him after we got done, I'm like, dude, you're fucking, it's a good time. You're fucking fun and you're funny. Like, just do you and not your meme lord bullshit. Like, that is, be cool.
Yeah, a definite switch flipped. And he was like, all right, now's my chance to shine.
Yeah, it's like, bro,
this
fucking
is
show
my
off. I hate that shit.
Fortnite streaming character. Yeah,
Exactly.
The moment
between matches, like pull them out, and I'm like, don't do that shit.
Yes,
Cut that
that
shit
was
out.
the best. That was the best. You could almost hear you coming down the stairs between those matches to fucking grab him by his collar and be like, fucking stop it. I got a headache. I got this blood infection that I don't know that I have. Quit memeing.
A week from tomorrow, I'm gonna be on death's fucking door.
don't let this be my last memory of you.
But when we were playing more often with Jax, he was very much like a jazz musician. He would just let it fly. Just whatever thought came to his mind, it would come out of his mouth.
I
And
just
that's the
remember
fun shit. I
him
love that shit. He's a magnificent
singing
little
that
weirdo. I'm into that.
Sparkles
Yes.
all the fucking time.
I love that little weirdo. Fantastic.
He's great. It was good to play with him.
It was a good time.
He was like, oh shit, I'm on the Popcast?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm over here just falling off of ladders and shit. Or no, the helicopter when you fell out.
Oh my god. So yeah, Lee's piloting the helicopter. Oh no, was that the one that Jax was playing, or was that
No, that was
No,
like the
no, that
week
was
before.
with Mahoney where that happened.
It was Lee, Mahoney, Jose, and myself. Lee's
And so
driving the helicopter.
And I've got that new Dragon Ball game, that Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, which is a phenomenal fucking game. But it will heat your shit up if you're not rocking the pro. Like, and I had to turn down the graphical settings. It's okay, but make your shit run hot. And so my PlayStation was tired at the time.
Yeah, we're riding along in this helicopter, the 4 of us, and we're just picking people off. And at one point, Mahoney spots people.
Oh, it was
on a
great.
rooftop.
Like at one point, Mahoney, we're in Misty Meadows, and Mahoney's, like this guy's shooting at Nyes and Jose, and Mahoney's trying to snipe her from the back, and I'm like, fuck, grab the helicopter. I'm like, get in the chopper. And like, I rose up, and Mahoney's like, a little higher, left. Boom, he exploded.
Yeah.
It was beautiful, beautiful. So we were killing it in the helicopter that day.
We're cruising along, and Mahoney says, okay, Lee, slow down, quit moving so I can get the shot on this person. And then you just kept going. I was like, Lee, stop. He just kept going.
Stop, Lee.
And it dawns on
Lee,
me. It's like,
guys, Lee, stop.
I think Lee dropped. And then I see that we're heading into the storm.
Yeah, my PlayStation
Yeah, and you
just
can't
died.
jump out of the fucking helicopter in Fortnite. You can't redeploy.
Well, you did.
Well, yeah. I just aimed for a bunch of trees and hope they broke my fall.
And they did not.
No, I went splat.
And Mahoney used a bounce bag, or whatever those things are called. And so then it's just me and Lee in the helicopter riding into the storm. And then once we hit the storm, Lee died. He eliminated. So I was able to hop into the fucking driver's seat. You turn that bitch and come pick up Jose and Mahoney.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome. Hilarious.
Good time.
See, we have fun, and you'll hear from us again for sure.
Yeah.
If not this, we'll fucking Fortnite it up. But we'll try to get back as
Juggalo John in
here's
the
the thing.
chat says a year-end review episode.
Yep. or like either you're in review, or we do the top
We-
6 and shit. After
Yeah,
the
we
beginning of
usually
the
do
year,
the
so
top
there's-
6 toys as the first episode because we all get toys for Christmas or something.
Yeah.
Ooh. Do we want to save that one for before Toy Fair?
You don't fucks with tradition.
Yeah.
Man.
What are you doing to me? Come on. We have so few standards, Jose. But yeah, Toy Fair's coming up. That's gonna be fun too. It's gonna be great.
Hopefully,
Good things on the horizon, gang. Gonna be fun. So yeah, well, we'll be back if not here on Fortnite, whatever. Just keep an eye out on the Discords and the Twitters and all that shit, and we'll let you know what's up. And I promise you, we are as consistent as we can be right now collectively. It's not for lack of trying ever, I promise. So, for Jason Ives and Jose Guzman, I'm the Lord Reverend Lee Rodriguez, and we'll try our goddamnedest to talk to you fools next week at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central at youtube.com/panelsonpages. Good night. We love you. Goodbye.
Demonetize this. Demonetize this.
You fucking Google ass bitch.
Demonetize this. Demonetize this.
fucking Google something.
Demonetize this.
Holy shit.
Demonetize this.
You fucking Google ass bitch.
Demonetize this.
I didn't want to say it.
Demonetize this.
What are you, some kind of bitch?
Whoa.
Demonetize this.
You fucking
Google ass bitch.
Demonetize this.
Why you keep bugging us, YouTube?
Demonetize this.
you fucking Google ass bitch.
That's it. Show's over. We're done.
See you next Tuesday.